Hello， 大家好，今天我们来玩一下时隔13年的续作《心灵杀手2 Alan Wake 2》哦。第一代是2010年推出的哦，但是第一代我没玩过，所以现在来跑一下第二代。那听说故事上面应该是没有关系吧？那我们先不要说那么多，我们直接开始玩吼。感觉有点怕啦，听说很恐怖啦。
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
但那个字幕跟语音不太对呢，对不上呢。怎么有个胖子？原来我是个胖子哦！我怎么会操控一个胖子啊？要操控一个胖子哦！等一下，游戏声音有点大，我把它调小一点啊。应该可以啦，这样子。不会有什么东西直接跳出来吧？好像也没路走吧？应该就是这条路了，看起来。有人，快救命！救命啊！这边上得去吗？上不去，我后面怎么有声音啊？哎呦，等一下啦！我一直都有听到后面有声音啊，等一下这边走不过去，我不想转后面看呢。不要搞哦！我戴着耳机耶。大小，右边有声音，不要看，不要看，快跑，快跑！不要，不要，后面有东西，不要，不要，我不管，我不管，我直接走，我不管，不管那么多。干！有一只鹿跳过去，好悲哦，傻小了，什么鬼东西啊？有个 jump scare 跳出来啦，但声音好夸张哦，那声音，左边有诶，冲刺！哦，我现在要跑了，快点，快点跑，快跑！有声音！哇！等一下，没事吗？没事，那我先走哦。但游戏储存的啦，自动储存的啦。 要出事了，要出事了！敢不要？不要！我跟你说不要哦！哦，有灯，有灯，那边有人，那边有人，好像不太对耶。等一下，好像不太对耶，这边这不太对。干！干！不是走这边吗？哇！直接变成祭品哦！我的心脏被挖走了，开膛破肚。把我的心脏还给我！啊，一直在闪，那个剧情画面一直闪哦。死了，就这样死去了。看来是剧情杀，那应该只是单纯的配角。Alan Wake 2，没错，《心灵杀手2》。
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
对，没错，不要爆雷。
You were supposed to wait and watch with me.
大家都不要爆雷哈。
I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
但还需要同步喝水吗？喝咖啡呀、
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
巨斧湖。
Time to get to work.
哇，刚刚什么事情？不然卡一下。
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
邀请。围城1，等一下，它那个画面是不是有点卡？
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
画面调整一下。哎，我刚才看到什么东西？ 但这个杯怎么会浮空了？这杯怎么在浮空？哇！你手上拿着的杯怎么在这边？这样都行。地图会显示该区的关键地点。
Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
地图，哇，这地图，这地图有很大吗？看起来是蛮容易看得清楚的。走啊！
Hey there.
Hey there.
Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
还有的选择哦。
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell me about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body.
来看看
How
尸
do we
体
get。there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
感谢你啊！前往犯案现场，去杂货店与索顿副警长见面。
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
你能使用心灵空间的案件线索板。
The
哇，
Mind Place.
心灵空间
My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
案件线索板是萨迦的思绪技巧，它可以分析线索，推进调查。杀人手法，每起凶杀案都有细微差异，尸体唯一的共同点是肿胀，但这并非死因。胸部创伤，难道是死后泡水？巨斧湖命案。 被害者，所有被害者都在2010年被通报失踪，没有其他共同点。戴德·连恩牙医穿刺伤，肿胀，手腕有淤青。 温蒂戴维斯老师身体肿胀，胸部严重受伤，缺少部分器官被吃掉了，尸体状态不像泡在湖中8年。2012年被发现埋在草挖掘的坟墓。2周前寻获，胸部伤口是主要死因，身上刺青难以辨认。商店老板波西沃尔夫有淤青，心脏被摘除，奇怪的刺青。其中2名被害者有淤青，被绑住吗？是绳子还是皮带？最新1名被害人死于胸腔严重创伤，与2018年的被害人如出一辙。尸体状况难以确认，尸体肿胀表示溺水，但只有1名被害者是在水中被找到。凶手侧写，死后才刺上尸体的刺青。第3名被害人的尸体满是难以辨认的刺青，说不定是凶手留下的讯息或艺术作品。这商店老板是刚才我们用的那只吧？那个胖子。凶手的目标没有明显的共同点，除了都在2010年失踪，被害人没有明显的共同点。凶手可能是运动员或猎人。亮瀑镇附近发生了连续凶杀案，找到案子之间的关联就能帮我们找到凶手。
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
哦，所以进入心灵空间的话，游戏不会暂停哦。他们好像有路走诶。
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am.
巨斧湖出租小屋。
That had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not.
带我下去。劲风，远方雄伟的高山就是劲风，是俯视巨斧湖代表性地标。只要角度正确，这座美丽的山会倒映在平静的湖面上，完美复制其壮丽的模样。哦，好像没什么东西。巨斧湖营地，对，现在是要去营地先了。
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain.
下雨
The
喽！
only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
杂货店。
Can I make it, Mulligan?
杂货店巨斧湖。
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh?
Yeah, FBI open up.
Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
女巫，那叫什么？啄吊，女巫小屋。
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing.
哦，这个是我刚才用的那字诶。
Procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Wanna start by inspecting the body, Anderson?
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
一个关键影像解锁了，可以放在心灵空间的按键线索板。希可让萨加查看现有线索，用左键选择关键影像，并放上按键线索板。
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
当关键影像放上按键线索板，可开启新的调查线。亮瀑镇附近的森林发现另一具尸体，时间真巧，得看看跟我们来此调查的凶杀案是否有关。和之前的凶杀案一致。你能在线索板的目标查看调查案发现场。你可以从尸体收集线索，进一步调查。收集。凶手把心脏留在尸体旁边。手腕有淤青，是束缚带吗
Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed.
刀伤，哇哦！还有吗？没有了吧？ OK， 这边是直接按键线索板。心脏被取出，却留在桌上的尸体旁。办案过程被打断。No。然后是这个，还是我还是一样要放在这边。 和之前的凶杀案一致。
Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
线索解答了目前的问题，并解锁一项推论。推进调查会解锁新问题，目标也会随之出现，随之更新。 调查案发现场，深入了解被害人，深入了解凶手。办案手法与之前的案子一样，但在中途被打断。这次也许会找到新的线索，被害人跟多个凶手。
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
那是呢？
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
摄影机的三脚架，多组足机，桌上血迹4件，不是吗？
Boot prints indicating multiple killers.
多名攻击者，场面混乱，是冲动杀人还是预谋？这边还有一个营地哦。
A creepy twig sculpture.
诡异的树枝雕刻，
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
哦，诡异的树枝，然后这边全部都是密码哦。哇，密码箱，开什么玩笑？不知所措，按照以下步骤洗手，把鸡肉拿出冰箱退冰，小碎一下。哦，原来是这样。所以我等下我进去的话，就是我洗手的话，我是在这边洗，对吧？洗手。洗手这边是没看到按那个符号。从冰箱里面拿东西的话，就是上下的，上下颠倒了，然后睡一下是在左右。哦，原来是偏移的上下，看哭啊，还说洗手了。子弹。 如果你不是树的一份子，就什么都别拿。这是什么东西？这边刚才没来过。这边有人在这边露营过。遇见 UFO， 目击不明飞行物体的终极指南。我要记下来，免得再发生这种事，我却忘得一干二净，又出现了那种感觉。 凌晨1点15分，我在露营车屋的门廊喝完阿玛啤酒之后，感觉忽然涌上来，我跳上车出发，向他追逐而去。今晚星星很多，看不太到月亮。一如预期，他带我穿过亮瀑镇，到达巨斧湖。我试着寻找正确的地点、正确的情绪、正确的想法。 全都要符合才行。我以为自己会害怕，这次却没有。我感到沮丧，但又松了一口气。我观察天空，想找到那个形状的物体，但都没发现。就在我连续眨眼几次之后，好像看到了八面体的残影，又立刻消失。我打算开车回去，结果突然感觉有人在看我，好像有，又好像没有。 是他，我知道是他。他知道我很接近了吗？我在正确的方向上来亮瀑镇是正确的决定。
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
我靠！
Casey movie lunchbox.
那个陈就跳起来吓一跳。
Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books.
英雄，你喜欢那件真织物品吗？那是我特地为你织的。 原稿纸片，原稿纸片可在心灵空间用来升级武器。我靠！快速爆头敌人2次，延长击晕时间。子弹容量增加58%，按住发射按钮启用自动发射模式，能大幅增加射速。 好吧， 的地点记录萨家获得的物品资讯，统计收集进度。
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
玉府湖营地附近找到了便当盒。玉府湖，这是谁放的？哦，目前没有东西了。
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do.
原来是跟他说话，早说。
He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I
13
haven't
年
heard
前。
a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
和别人交谈或检视周围环境可以发现线索。你早说啊！那我还绕了一大圈呢。佐顿被害人是罗伯·奈丁格，13年前在亮瀑镇最后一次被目击。已经13年没人见过这家伙了，他为什么会出现在这里？之前去了哪里？
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
左下角不是代表心灵空间出现重要内容。凯西·奈丁格变得愤世嫉俗，FBI 开除他。确认被害人身份的是罗伯·奈丁格，前 FBI 探员，失踪时精神状态可能不稳定。我相信凯西看人的能力，被害人似乎当时精神状态不稳定。自己附近找到的三脚架。 附近留下的冰箱和啤酒瓶。
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Get into the subject's head. See what they saw.
进入对方脑
What
袋。
they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
使用萨迦心灵空间的侧写进入嫌犯和被害人的脑海。侧写。萨迦可以利用直觉对相关人士进行侧写，发现新线索。失踪人口，疑似凶手。
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
奈丁格从巨斧湖来，我可以感觉奈丁格是从湖那里来的，但为什么是13年后的现在？他那么久以前都在哪里？没了，没东西了。
This mug always cheers me up.
不是最糟的骂吗？
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I did.
A witch with no heart.
一个没心脏的女巫，
Strange echo of Al murder.
跟我们凶杀案有着奇妙的关联点。众所皆知，巨斧湖因其形状貌似一个巨斧而得其名。不过，这座湖还有许多神秘故事。有人说它是进入地底世界的阴暗入口，有人说它其实是女巫的巨斧。传说当地某位警长所追求一位女士，但爱意得不到回应，就指控那位女士对他施展巫术，他被活活淹死。不过他扔下的什么鬼东西？这个怎么念呢？长成一棵怪树，名为女巫女巫勺。女人起死回生，对仇人展开复仇。即使她原本是普通人，但现在也成了女巫。她杀了警长，丢进湖里让他溺毙，然后挖出他的心脏锁在河里。有了这颗心脏，她可以从湖中召唤他，替他复仇。至少传说是这么流传的。等一下，我需要先知道这个字怎么念。
1 hour later.
哦，是念勺哦。哦，原来就是念勺嘛。OK 啦。
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
藏在树里。
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
拿起来看一下。
Tracks.
足迹。
Barefoot.
赤脚。
Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching.
我靠腰哦，
Game with us.
又跳出来了成就，
This is right up my
但一直被
alley.
成就吓到
Nightingale
了。
came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
你能在萨迦的心灵空间阅读原稿。动机断了，无机来自岩石下方，
I think he came from the lake,
太多未知，
but his tracks make
不合
no
理
sense.
问错问题了。这里还有什么吗？阅读原稿。所以凶手在监视我们，我奉陪。还有一个原稿
A page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
他的胸腔里面放的东西。那丁格体内隐藏了什么？
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
啊，然后一回去，那个副警长就不见了。
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay. Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
我知道啊，所以我也不敢自己跑过来呀、哦，警长来了，
Made it back.
警长还在。
Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key
老
to
路
the
餐
gate.
厅
It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
谢谢你呀、来拿过来，洁净钥匙。
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
哎，哦，还要去按了，那我还以为是自动按的。哎，你不要进来，你不要进来，我关门。看，直接就这样跑进来了。看，你给我过啊！看，你走好慢哦。我怕了，没有东西了啦，应该是没有东西了啦。还是你走先吧。这边应该是在往上，然后这边应该有一条路，那上面应该有藏东西的，看吧，我就知道。
Another one of those lunch boxes.
我们一起努力吧，英雄！展现你的英雄气概。2个原稿纸片，还有4个哎。 边过不去。你怎么又跑下去？干，在搞啊？要玩啊？就走这条路啊？你也怕？不要这样啊！我也怕嘞。关门！嘿嘿，把你关在里面呢。你走啊！我看你走哪里？你走左边的这条嘛，那就是说右边这条跟这一条都有东西可以拿。你等等啊！太平洋西北部最稀有的野生动物。好长的字啊！我需要来到去腐湖，幸好有适当的装备和技巧，可以轻易爬过栅栏。下个目标，发现很难遇到的陈冠重生营。观赏即将结束，希望可以在他们南迁之前看到。我发现周围常见的鸟类出现耐人寻味的行为，它们似乎受到惊吓，聚集到湖四周，附近没有鸟的天敌，不过风中传来一些奇怪的声音，我无法辨认或解释，我有点担心，可能得去找其他地点。其他比较安全的地方，声音越来越近。搬到内陆植物都好美，秋天一定要再来。我忍不住停下来为这棵漂亮的圆叶风化树苗，看看那些长松果垂下来的样子。所以说，树木就是比人好。说到人，之前看到一些醉汉在森林里摇摇晃晃走来走去，行为很诡异，不会是嗑药了吧？得离他们远一点，或许我该换个地方，好讨厌。看到那个怪人以后，我决定再换个地方。我往山上走了一小段，发现景色绝佳的扎营点。不过我对阿拉斯加鸦葱更有兴趣，那是入侵物种，但是可以吃，而且出乎意料的好吃。大约10分钟前，我开始听到狼还是野狗之类的叫声，可是听起来怪怪的。得了狂犬病？我想离开，可是太阳即将下山，而且我的烂手机坏了，只能躲在帐篷里，希望他们离开。这地方真的不对劲。没餐盒，这边我还以为有餐盒诶，这边有餐盒吗？这边总该有餐盒吧？哇，这边是直接跳下来，那边是走过来，直接过去的话，就直接走出来了。
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
应该是没东西的。
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
档案夹记录萨迦获得的物品和资讯统计收集进度。哎，没错，我知道，但是就这样吗？就是跟我讲这些东西罢了吧。我现在是要去哪里？去餐厅访谈目击者，因为是亮瀑镇。亮瀑镇的话，应该也会有那些案的。
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls.
不用猜，我们的后面就一个这么大个 FBI， 你是看不懂吗
Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
给我一
I'm
杯啊
Agent！Saga Anderson.
我也要
This is
哎。
Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No. The Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over.
老路餐厅，亮瀑镇，走走看看。自动点唱一坏了，这台老爷机一直播放同一首歌，一播再播到最后终于不行了。我和大家一样喜欢 Coconut， 但我真的是受够了。
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
能说说看到了什么吗？
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh,
哦，你演得很像哦。
the whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
神术邪教。
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
他们说的是实话。
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
你敢藏东西呀、把你手打断！
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
来，我看一下。
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Who the hell are
I
you?
thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
什么情况？为什么还会知道我的各种消息？
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
神术邪教。
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
头解开了。 邪教的目的有三角形符号的邪教，戴着驯鹿面具，三角形符号，桌上放满大量物资。 资料很多。
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
玉府湖的露营车附近找到的物资。
Makes sense.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult
那
of
等
the
下等
tree?
保存之后，我要重开一下。
If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
她听到怪怪的声音。哦，终于消失了。
Downstairs, ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
不用，我会走的，谢谢你。
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
开门，快点，开门，开门。
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
哦，你什么眼神看着我？
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
好暗哦，天哪！
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death?
死因还想那么多？
Give me.
只不过这个人这么肿胀。
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing?
心脏写了字。
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
我这边是看不出了。
Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
最后一个心脏。
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. The cold of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cold case. Exciting.
日记呀。Exciting.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
那全部都找完了吧？应该。死因。长时间泡在水里。
Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't it? There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
胸部被切开，看得到里面的东西。被害人身上有淤青和挣扎的伤口，关节肿胀，显示长时间泡在水里。心脏上难以理解的文字，被害人皮肤底下的模糊文字。是什么东西啊？钱包？一本书？
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
原稿。
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
哇，那么一大份的稿子，超大一本好不好？
No, wait.
喂，什么事情？
Sheriff?
What the hell?
喂，
Show me the clicker.
我靠！尸变啦，大哥！尸变了，他复活了。
Could not see into bright light.
哇哦！
I'll make you pay.
看跟我有关系吗？我们不是不认识。
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
尽量待在光线中，避免被敌人发现。 我要怎样蹲下？
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
去拿枪啊，子弹了。安全处能恢复部分生命值，若你在战斗中从安全处进行攻击或离开安全处，安全处就会暂时无法使用。
Go.
哦，我现在是要走过去吗？等一下，那个灵敏度太高了。
Vanished.
章节完，哇，一个章节好长哦，搜寻的那个要素太多了，不过蛮值得玩的这个游戏。
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up.
那么本次的心灵杀手Alan Wake 2的影片就先到这边咯。如果还想看下一集的话，可以帮我按赞、订阅、打开小铃铛，下一集出的时候你就可以及时收到消息。感谢大家本次的收看，我是阿英，我们下集见咯，拜拜。